This heroic military dog was about to be euthanized. It struggled and ran to the coffin, whimpering helplessly. It couldn't understand. It could clearly smell its owner inside, but why wouldn't the owner come out? It lay silently on the ground waiting. The dog's name was Max. It had fought alongside its owner Kyle, and earned countless battle honors. 3 days ago Max and Kyle were on a mission. As usual Max led the way scouting ahead, but suddenly Max stopped. This was a warning of danger ahead. However, Captain Taylor insisted the mission was more important, and signaled Max to continue. Though Kyle hesitated, he had no choice but to order Max to keep moving forward. Not far away, an enemy ambush lay in wait. The enemy pressed a button on a remote, and a massive explosion rocked the area, sending dust into the air. Kyle, fearing for Max's safety, rushed forward alone. He called out for Taylor to assist, but this coward was already hiding behind a wall. Only when the teammates arrived did Taylor finally dare to follow from behind, but it was too late. Kyle had already been shot and killed. Max howled furiously at Taylor, and Taylor drew his pistol trying to deal with Max. Luckily his teammates stopped him in time. At Kyle's funeral, Max seemed to realize something. After the service, Max refused to leave. He tore at the rope desperately, until a young boy called out to him. Only then did he calm down. The familiar scent. It turned out the boy was Kyle's brother. With Carl's help, Max was loaded into the car, but soon after, the family received news that Max was about to be euthanized. After Kyle's death, Max refused to accept a new owner. He became afraid of gunshots and explosions, and would not let anyone near him. But when he saw Carl, Max immediately calmed down. Carl ordered Max to sit, and Max obediently complied. Perhaps it was because Carl carried Kyle's scent. Max poured his longing for his owner onto him. Carl's family decided to adopt him, but Carl's father was worried Max might harm the family, so he decided to tie him in the yard. But at night, Max began to howl in pain. The neighbors couldn't sleep because of the noise. Carl's father told him to go comfort Max. When Max saw Carl, he immediately quieted down. But as Carl tried to leave, Max began howling again. Carl had no choice but to stay with him. Watching Carl sleep peacefully, Max, as a military dog, began to stay alert. One night, Taylor came to visit. He said he had been injured during the last mission, and could no longer serve in the army. But the truth had already been uncovered. Taylor not only betrayed his comrades, but also had ties to arms dealers. He was expelled from the military. Carl's family was kept in the dark. Carl's mother thought that as Taylor was Kyle's comrade, Max would be happy to see him. But when Max saw him, he began to howl uncontrollably, even breaking free from his chain and lunging at Taylor. Fortunately, Carl stopped him in time, avoiding a dog-human showdown. This caused Carl's father to lose even more trust in Max, so he bought a cage and locked Max inside. The next day a memorial event for the heroes was held. All soldiers who protected the country or were retired marched proudly in the streets. Fireworks were set off at night in celebration. But Carl looked worried, because Max was terrified of such noises. He quickly ran home. Carl hurried to comfort him, and eventually climbed into the cage to stay with Max. Lying on Carl, Max finally felt safe. Poor Max was still missing his owner. The next day Taylor approached Carl's father, asking to rent a warehouse.